In the grand celestial tournament arena, the crowd roars, but Ren sees something impossible. A golden cord linking him to his opponent.
Behold, the challenger who rose from nothing. Ren faces the undefeated champion Arden. Fate itself hangs in the balance.
A golden cord linking his chest to mine. I've never seen anything but crimson death threads before.
You hesitate, Ren. In a battle of destiny, hesitation is death.
The golden thread pulses, resonating with the eye that once belonged to a fallen star god.
No more delays. Let the final battle of the Celestial Combat Academy commence.
If I strike, something will change forever, but I can't turn back now.
His left eye glows crimson, the threads of death weaving around every weapon, every fighter. But the golden cord is different, a bond to the god's final memory, and a curse waiting to ignite. But before this fight, Ren was nothing, ranked dead last, until a dying star fell from the heavens. Days earlier, Ren was the Academy's lowest-ranked fighter, mocked, beaten, spirit too weak to manifest even a flicker of aura.
Every day, the same humiliation. I can't even feel my own energy.
That night, a dying star tore across the sky, trailing crimson and gold, a fallen god's final descent. It struck the edge of the Academy, carving a crater of blinding light, and buried Ren in the rubble. Within the crater, the star's core pulsed, an ancient eye seeking a new vessel. The eye latched onto Ren, fusing with his own, burning away his weakness.
Something is inside my head. I can't.
Ren lay unconscious, the crater's glow slowly fading, his left eye now a deep crimson. The star's remnant settled into his soul, waiting to reveal its terrible gift. When he woke, the world would never look the same. But for now, only silence. Dawn broke over the crater. Ren stirred, his body aching, memories of the starfall a blur.
Why is there a red line hovering in the air?
His left eye burned. The world fractured into a tapestry of crimson threads sprouting from every surface.
These threads, they're everywhere, connected to everything I see.
He reached out, touching a thread attached to a fallen boulder. It snapped with a soundless vibration, and the boulder exploded into dust.
I barely touched it, and it shattered. What is this power?
The implications crashed down. He could see the invisible lines of death and sever them with a mere touch.
This power is terrifying. I can't let anyone see it.
He stumbled out of the crater, force of habit pulling his hood low over his crimson eye. The Academy loomed unchanged. But Ren knew nothing would ever be the same back at the Academy. Ren kept his head down and his hood up, determined to hide the crimson eye.
Just blend in. Don't let anyone see.
But a group of students blocked his path, led by a burly fighter eager to crush the weakest link again. A challenge was issued, a mock fight, no way out. Ren braced himself, praying the eye would stay hidden.
He's throwing a punch, but I can see exactly where it will land.
Threads of crimson light traced every possible strike. Ren dodged by instinct, his body moving before he could think. His hand brushed a thread connected to the bully's weapon. It snapped, and the weapon disintegrated, sending the boy flying. The crowd gasped. The undefeated bully lay defeated, and whispers spread like wildfire. From a high balcony, Master Solon watched, his ancient eyes narrowing with more than just curiosity.
They saw that. They all saw. I have to be more careful or everyone will know.
That night, under a shroud of clouds, Ren slipped into the abandoned training yard, his crimson eye the only light.
Every time I use this power, a part of me screams it's wrong, but another part has never felt more right.
Threads of death wove around the training dummies, and he wove between them a phantom learning to dance with fate. From the shadows beyond the torchlight, Master Solon watched, his gaze heavy with a hunger. Ren couldn't name.
Ren, you shouldn't be out here alone. The masters have been asking about you. Something's changed. They're not just curious, they're possessive. Please be careful.
I can handle myself, Alira. This eye. It's the first thing that's ever been mine.
But even as he spoke, he felt the weight of unseen eyes, the cage closing around him. Solon retreated into the dark, a smile playing on his lips, as if the pieces were falling into place.
What do they want from me? And what will they do when I refuse to give it?
Unable to sleep, Ren wandered the academy's empty corridors, his crimson eye casting faint glows on stone walls.
That voice. It mentioned a harvest, and threads, and threads. The same threads I see with this eye.
Following the sound, he discovered a hidden door sealed with ancient runes, leaking a faint crimson light.
What lies down there? This power. It's connected to something terrible.
The chamber beyond was a nightmare. Rows of glass cylinders filled with swirling, captured death threads.
These threads. They're the same as the ones I see on everyone. Are they being collected like trophies?
A fresh thread spiraled into a vessel, as if torn from a distant fighter, maybe one of his own opponents.
Every time I sever a thread, does it end up here? Are my victories feeding this horror?
A cold voice echoed. The Masters. Ren pressed into the shadows, heart hammering, not daring to breathe.
I have to escape, but now I know the Masters aren't teachers. They're predators harvesting our very fates.
The next day, Ren sought out Alira in the musty archives, determined to uncover the truth behind the threads.
What exactly are we looking for? You've been so secretive.
A record of the fallen star. Anything about a stolen eye or a god's death. It's all connected.
Hours of searching among dusty tomes yielded a crumbling scroll, its script glowing faintly crimson, as if alive. The scroll bore the title, The Lament of the Fallen Star God, Astraeon.
Astraeon. The name burns in my mind. That's the god whose eye I now carry.
The text described how the eye was torn from the god by ancient warriors, stolen to fuel an immortality ritual.
It was never a gift. I am carrying a stolen curse, and every thread I sever completes their ritual.
That's why the Masters collect threads. They're using you to harvest life force, and you are their chosen champion.
I am not just a fighter. I am their unwilling weapon, feeding their eternity with every victory. And I can't stop without risking everything.
Ren tried to starve the Masters by refusing to fight, but the ranking matches were mandatory, and his name was called. A public announcement echoed through the halls. All students must compete. Refusal meant immediate expulsion.
I can't risk expulsion, but every win only feeds their ritual. What do I do?
On the arena sands, Ren faced a seasoned fighter. He tried to keep his eye closed.
The threads burned through even closed eyes. Every death line pulled at his soul.
Pure instinct took over. Ren's hand flicked out, severing 3 threads at once, and the fight ended in a blink. The arena fell silent, then roared with disbelief. Solon watched from high, a predator's smile forming.
Behold the phoenix who rose from ashes. Ren is our champion, a gift to the academy.
A grand board displayed the rankings. Ren's name shot upward, a marionette dancing for the Masters.
They're parading me. Every cheer is another thread harvested. I am a weapon they won't release.
A summons came from the Masters' Council, sealed with an ancient rune Ren couldn't ignore.
They want to meet privately. After all my victories, they're pulling the strings.
He stepped into the circular council chamber. 6 robed masters sat in high-backed chairs, Solon at the center.
Ren, the outcast who rose from the dust. We've observed your unique talent with great interest. That crimson eye, it came from the dying star. Did it not? a gift from a fallen god.
They know, not just about the eye, but its origin. How deeply are they involved?
Join us, Ren. The threads you sever are a mere trickle. Become a master and harvest entire fates with us.
The offer hung in the air, a golden cage painted with promises of power and eternity.
Consider carefully. Refuse, and we'll reveal your eye to the Academy, a dangerous anomaly. Accept, and you stand beside us for eternity.
Rule with the monsters who stole a god's eye. But refusal is a death sentence. What choice do I have? I refuse. I will never serve the butchers who stole a god's eye.
Then, you are a fool. The consequences will be severe.
That night, Ren wandered the darkened corridors, his mind a storm. A scream cut through the silence. Elira's voice. He found her cornered by a student with vacant eyes, a puppet of the masters, threads of control pulsing from his form.
They're controlling him. I have to sever the thread before he kills her.
Ren's hand shot out, touching the crimson line. It snapped, and the puppet student shattered into luminous dust.
Ren, what have you done? You killed him. They'll call it murder.
Murder in broad moonlight. And you, Ren, are the culprit.
By dawn, the Academy had turned against him. A mob gathered, torches blazing, chanting for justice.
This was their plan. Isolate me. Destroy me. I am trapped in their web again.
Before the mob could descend, Solon strode in, his authority quelling the chaos. Escape was impossible.
The Academy calls for your head, Ren, but I offer a single chance at redemption, the Grand Celestial Tournament.
By decree of the Masters, the Grand Celestial Tournament shall commence. The champion wins glory, and the condemned a pardon.
Win, and your crimes vanish. Elira goes free. Refuse, and she shares your fate. Choose.
He's using Elira. If I fight, I feed their ritual. If I don't, she dies. There's no escape. You swear Elira will be unharmed? Then I accept. But I won't be your puppet forever.
That very hour, Ren's name was etched onto the grand tournament board. A lamb led to the slaughter.
The contender list is complete. Under special entry, the outcast Ren shall fight for his fate.
Welcome to the game, young wolf. The threads of fate will sing, and the harvest will be bountiful.
This tournament is a trap, their grand harvest. But I'll find a way to turn their threads against them.
The first round began under a blood-red sun. Ren faced a towering opponent. The crowd's roar, a distant thunder.
Another puppet. Threads radiate from every joint, every weapon. I see them all.
He moved before the strike, weaving through crimson trajectories. His fingers brushed 3 threads simultaneously. The threads snapped. The brute shattered into shards of fading light. The crowd erupted, but Ren's eyes were elsewhere.
The threads, they aren't dissipating. They're flowing toward the master's seats.
Invisible to all but him, crimson ribbons coiled into the master's outstretched hands, rejuvenating ancient flesh.
This is their ritual. Every fighter I defeat feeds their immortality. I am their harvester-in-chief.
The tournament was not a contest, but a blood harvest. And he was the scythe. The master's eyes gleamed with hunger.
You see it now, don't you, young wolf? Fight. Each victory gifts us centuries.
I have to keep winning to protect Elira, but every win tightens their noose. There must be another way.
As he left the arena, a solitary figure drew his eye. Arden, the undefeated champion, training in a hidden courtyard.
So that's him. The one I'll have to face in the final. But something else is pulling at me.
Then, barely visible, a golden cord shimmered into existence, linking his chest directly to Arden's.
A golden cord, just like in the flash before the tournament. But why now? Why now? Why him?
A cold whisper, ancient and sorrowful, brushed against his mind the voice of a being beyond death.
Bear, child of my stolen sight, hear me now.
Astraeon, the fallen star god? You are the one whose eye I carry.
The golden cord binds you to my final memory. You are not just a bearer, you are my vengeance.
The cord pulsed with a hunger of its own, and Ren felt a cold weight settle in his soul, a connection forged in blood.
Vengeance. What do you want from me? But first, I have a tournament to survive.
The semifinals loomed. Ren stepped onto the sand, his crimson eye tracking every death line that crisscrossed his opponent.
Another victory, and I am in the final. Just one more step toward the Master's harvest, or my escape.
The fight was over in flashes of crimson. Ren severed threads with surgical precision, and his foe shattered into light.
You won again, but you look more burdened than ever. Is the eye hurting you?
I feel like I am walking into a trap. The Masters, the golden cord, that voice. I don't know what to trust.
You've always trusted your instincts. They haven't failed you yet. What does your eye tell you?
My eye shows threads of death, but also that golden cord linking me to Arden. Perhaps that is the key. I'll see this through. There's more than my life at stake. I'll find a way to sever their strings.
He would face Arden in the final. The golden cord hummed with silent anticipation, a thread binding fates together. Whatever secret Astraeon held, Ren would uncover it. The harvest would not go unchallenged. Alone in the silent training hall, Ren closed his eyes. The stolen eye flared, and the world fell away. A whirlwind of images, ancient warriors, a dying star, a scream that shook the heavens.
Witness the truth, bearer. See how the Masters stole my eye and cursed the world.
Astraeon, the fallen star god, loomed before him, a majestic form, one eye socket empty, a golden spear still lodged in his chest.
My eye was torn from me to fuel their immortality, and with each thread you sever, you feed their corruption.
The golden cord between Ren and the distant figure of Arden pulsed, solidifying into a tangible bond.
This cord, it's not just a link to Arden. It's the last fragment of Astraeon's memory, binding my fate to his vengeance.
The vision shattered. Ren gasped back to reality, his body trembling, his crimson eye burning with new understanding.
To end the harvest, I must sever the golden cord. But doing so will brand me a godslayer and start a war.
The cord hummed with unspoken promise. Tomorrow, in the final, Ren would make his choice. Dawn broke, but Ren had not slept. His choice hovered like an executioner's axe.
If I sever the golden cord, the harvest ends, but I become a godslayer, cursed and alone.
Do it, bearer. Free us from this stolen eternity. My vengeance will be your shield.
The god's voice clawed at his mind, a desperate plea that mirrored his own seething fury.
And Alira, if the curse consumes me, will she be safe?
She will be free. The Masters will crumble. Trust in the eye I gave you.
Ren closed his eyes. The golden cord pulsed in rhythm with his heartbeat, a bond of death and memory.
I accept the curse. I will sever the golden cord and end the corruption, even if it brands me a godslayer.
The decision settled, like frost in his veins. The path was clear, the cost absolute. The final match awaited, and with it, the birth of a godslayer.
Ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've awaited. The undefeated Arden faces the phantom Ren. Fate's final clash.
So, this is it. The golden cord pulses between us, a bond I must sever.
Ren, the fallen star's heir. Did you think I didn't know? I chose this path willingly.
You serve the Masters, knowing they harvest souls.
I command fate itself. Their harvest is my stage, and your death will be the final performance.
The golden cord blazed between them, a living fire visible now even to the crowd.
He's not a victim. He's their willing executioner. I won't hesitate.
Come then, God-bearer. Show me the power of a stolen eye.
The arena fell silent, two fates intertwined by a divine thread. One must sever, one must sever, one must fall.
The cord's anchor is in his chest. One touch, and it ends. I reach for it, now.
Ren leaped forward, but Arden bent fate itself. The golden cord shimmered and slid aside like a mirage. Arden raised his hands, and golden threads of fate twisted the air, rewriting every path Ren could see.
I can't rely on pattern alone. Only the golden cord never changes.
The arena floor shattered under the strain, energy erupting in blinding arcs of crimson and gold.
Feudal, you are a puppet whose strings I cut. All threads lead to your end.
There, the anchor. Deep in his chest, the cord is rooted. If I reach it, I end this.
Ignoring the slashing death lines, Ren dove. His fingers brushed the golden cord, and divine fire seared his soul. The cord recoiled like a living thing. Arden screamed, fate threads lashing out in desperate defense. Ren's vision narrowed to a single point, the pulsing knot where the god's memory was bound. Through the blinding agony, his fingers clawed for the anchor. One more touch and it would sever. Ren's fingers closed around the anchor. With a final scream, he tore the golden cord in two. A silent shockwave erupted. Golden light consumed the arena, then darkness.
No, the cord. You've destroyed it. This cannot be.
The golden cord snapped, releasing a cascade of divine energy that ripped through the stands.
I can feel it. The curse. It's branding me.
Black cracks spread from his crimson eye, etching the mark of a godslayer into his very soul. Arden collapsed, his body writhing as the stolen threads of fate unraveled from his form.
Fool, you've doomed us all. The harvest is undone.
The masters' collected threads burst from their vessels, a crimson storm of life force returning to the fallen fighters. The arena fell into ruin, the sky darkening. Ren stood alone, the Godslayer's curse burning in his veins. From the rubble, Solon let out a primal howl as the threads of immortality withered around him.
You think you've won, boy? I'll take that cursed eye for myself.
He lunged at Ren, but the Godslayer curse erupted in a black aura, repelling Solon with divine fury. A sickening crack split the heavens. The sky tore open, revealing a star field beyond, the realm of the fallen god.
Bear witness. The war between destiny and vengeance has begun. My eye has found its champion.
The hidden chamber of threads shattered, the stolen life force returning to the fallen fighters across the arena.
This is the consequence. A war older than the stars, and I am its spark.
Solon and the remaining masters fled into the shadows, their immortality crumbling, but their malice unspent. The golden cord's remnants dissolved, and Ren felt Astrion's essence fade, the god's vengeance now entwined with his soul. The arena was a graveyard of shattered fates, and in the center, Ren awaited the war that would consume the world. From the wreckage, a single figure stirred. Illyra stumbled forward, her eyes wide at the devastation.
Ren, you are alive, but the curse, your face, what have you done?
Stay back, Illyra. The curse is mine to bear. I am not the person you knew.
He raised a hand, warding her off. A single glowing feather drifted between them, the last remnant of the fallen god.
But you saved us. You exposed the masters. Let me help you.
Help me. This mark, it's a war I've started. You must lead the survivors, not follow a godslayer.
He turned his back, and the rift in the sky pulsed with silent promise.
Astraeon's vengeance is now my burden. This eye, it will see the threads of fate until the very end.
And as the first light of a strange dawn broke, the Godslayer vanished into the rift, leaving only silence. Thus the Godslayer rose, and the war between destiny and vengeance began. In the void left by the Godslayer, the Celestial Combat Academy crumbled to silence. Alira gathered the survivors, her eyes fixed on the rift where Ren had vanished. The stolen threads returned to the fallen, their souls freed from an eternity of harvest. Master Solon and his ilk scattered, their immortality shattered, but their thirst for dominion unquenched. A cold wind swept through the broken Colosseum, carrying whispers of a divine war. High above, the tear in the sky pulsed with the light of 1,000 stars, a beacon of vengeance. Ren's crimson eye, now a legend, would forever watch the threads of fate. And as the world braced for the storm, the mark of the Godslayer remained etched in the heavens. Thus the Godslayer rose, and the war between destiny and vengeance began. The eye of the fallen star god, overgrown but glowing, waited for the next bearer.